Hello, I'm John Davis, and this discussion will be a scholarly survey on the Second Amendment. Following a search of the America History and Life with Full Text database through the Jerry Falwell Library at Liberty University, I located 4 articles directly relating to scholarship on my topic of interest, the origin and intent of the Second Amendment. 2 of these were critical of Stephen P. Holbrook's The Founders' Second Amendment, Origins of the Right to Bear Arms, and a third seemed antithetical to it, and it is these 3 I will focus on in this discussion. While the nature of scholarship in the Second Amendment is rather narrow and focused, early American life in the weak economic position and large geographic territory presented the founders with a daunting task: how to secure the new nation without the funds required to maintain a large standing military, even if they were not innately distrustful of large militaries. While experiences during the American Revolution caused justifiable questions regarding the effectiveness and efficiency of militia forces overall, an organized militia system presented the best method to provide initial local defenses across the large territory they found themselves in control of. It is this recent experience the founders had with some of the shortcomings of the militia at large, in concert with their distrust of standing militaries, which led to the particular turn of phrase, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. And its intent was not what either side of the modern philosophical debate contend, but rather in that by writings of and the debates by the founders refers to a militia which is functional, orderly, and performs within an expected set of standards. There was no significant evidence of real debate during the founding generation regarding the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed clause. Stephen P. Holbrook refers to many of these historic debates and documents in his 2008 book. Dr. Holbrook investigates the period from 1768 to 1826, from the last years of British rule, the American Revolution, through to the adoption of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, and makes the case that the Second Amendment protects the individual right to keep and bear arms. Dr. Holbrook's work is almost an antithesis of Lawrence Delbert Kress's 1985 article, An Armed Community, The Origin and Meaning of the Right to Bear Arms, published in the Journal of American History. Kress argues that the Second Amendment was not only a collective militia right, but it applied almost entirely to those of property and standing in the tradition of the British Constitution. He entirely ignores specific quotes, such as those from Thomas Jefferson, who famously wrote, "And what country can preserve its liberties if its rulers are not warned from time to time that this person preserves the spirit of resistance? Let them take arms. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants." In a letter to William S. Smith dated 13 November 1787. William G. Merkel posted a review of Holbrook's book in American Historical Review in 2009, and Saul Cornell followed it with a review in the Journal of American History in 2010. Both gentlemen are rather dismissive of Holbrook's background and scholarship, but do so in such a way that it raises doubts about their own scholarship. Both accuse him of avoiding parts of the historical record or using them out of context while resorting to the same artifices themselves, and declaring that Holbrook is not an actual historian to make their case. James Madison proclaimed in The Federalist, number 46, "Let us not insult the free and gallant citizens of America with the suspicion that they would be less able to defend the rights of which they would be in actual possession than the debased subjects of arbitrary power would be to rescue theirs from the hands of their oppressors." These are the well-regulated militia James Madison referenced when he penned what would become the Second Amendment. A people possessing, as well as drilled and trained, in the military use of arms in defense of freedom. Thank you.